Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So student, in the previous class we had completed the chapter that is some natural phenomena, and there we have understood about earthquake, as well as we have understood about lightning also. Today in this chapter we will going to study about light. What is a light? Light is an energy, as a form of energy which basically required for every organism so that the things can be visible for them in the surrounding. Okay, so light is what? It is a form of energy, and that is needed for every organism for their survival. Okay, so we can say here that light, when it makes a person to see anything, it makes the things visible to us. So when the light enter into our eyes, only then we are able to see the things. Okay, so light is what? Light is a form of energy. It is a form of energy which produces sensation, of sight, when enters into the eye, eyes. Okay, so light is what? That produces the sensation when it enter into the eye. Second thing about the light, students, there are a lot of different sources are there by which light is produced. Okay, so it can be sunlight. There are artificial sources also, like a bulb is there or a tube light is there, with the help of which the things are visible to us. So we can say that light, the sources of light, what is source? From which the light is produced, that is called as the source of light. So there are various sources are there, and these sources of light can be natural or man-made. Okay, it can be natural or man-made, students. Natural and man-made, like sun is there, which we call as a natural one. Okay, and man-made, torch, bulb, these all are what? These all are the man-made. Now the objects also divided into two types, and that is luminous and non-luminous object. Luminous object is that object which emits its own light, that is called as the luminous one. While the non-luminous object are those objects which do not produce its own light. Okay, so here the sources are also classified into two. One is luminous and then non-luminous. Okay, luminous objects. What are luminous objects? These are those objects which can emit its own light, are called as the luminous object. So the objects which produces its own light are called as luminous object. They are called as luminous objects. Okay, there are lots of examples, like sun is what? Is a luminous object. Then stars, firefly. These are what? These are the luminous object. They emit its own light. Then the non-luminous object. Non-luminous objects. Non-luminous objects are those objects which do not emit its own light or which do not produce its own light. They are called as the non-luminous object. Okay, so which do not have its own light, so they will not going to produce, they will not going to emit its own light, as such kind of a object are called as a non-luminous object. So we can say here that the objects which do not produces its own light, which do not produces its own light, are called as non-luminous object. Example of the non-luminous object, students, that is moon, earth, or any of the planet. They all are what? They are the non-luminous object. So we have understood the luminous object and that of the non-luminous. The term luminous, it means light only. So the object which produces its own light, they are called as the luminous object, and the object which do not produces its own light, they are called as the non-luminous object, students. Now moving on, and we will see that what kind of a path will be shown by that of the light. So generally, light used to travel, used to cover a straight path. It used to move in a straight line. And that movement of the light is also called as rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, so light travels in straight line. Travels in straight line or straight path or straight path, and this is called as rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, this is called as the rectilinear propagation of light. So rectilinear, it means the light is covering a straight path, the light is traveling a straight line, that we call as the, so light generally used to travel a straight path, it covers a straight line, that's why it is also called as the rectilinear propagation of light. So when we talk about the light, when a single light is coming from any of the source or a point source like that of a star is there. So star is very far away. So since it is very far away, the distance is very large, the students is very far from that of the earth. So this light which came out, it will be a very fine beam, and this fine beam is called as a ray. That is called as the ray of light. Okay, so we can say here that the narrow path along which the light travels is called as the ray of light. So what is the difference between ray of light, and beam of light? So ray of a light is what? That is a narrow path along which light travels is called ray of light, is called ray of light. Okay, a narrow path along which the light travel, that is called as the ray of light. It means that fine beam, suppose the sun is there, of course in the sun there is no possibility that only one ray will come out of it. So suppose out of the all, if one of the rays, if it is a point source, if it is very far away from that of the earth, so it appears really very small, so the light which comes out from it, it will be a very fine beam of a light, and this fine beam of a light, since it is having an arrow, a direction is there, so that we call as a ray of light. A fine beam, a very fine, a narrow path along which the light is traveling, that we call as the ray of light. Then beam of light. What is the beam of light? Beam of the light is what? That is a group of a light rays. A group of a light rays. A group of a light rays is called as beam of light. Is called as beam of light. Okay, so ray of a light is there and a beam of a light. Ray means single and beam means a multiple, many rays, they combine together to form the beam of light here, students. Now there are when the light it passes through an object, sometimes in some of the object it easily can pass through that of the object, while in some cases it do not passes through it, and in some in few it do not in some of the cases it do not passes through it at all. It means in some case, in some of the object, the light, the whole amount of light, the beam of a light can easily pass through it. In some of them, the very few amount of a light will pass through it and other will not pass, while in case of the other objects, the light cannot pass through it at all. So on the basis of that, we have classified the objects also into three types. The first one is the transparent, then translucent, and then opaque object. So, transparent. What is a transparent object? The object which allow all the light to pass through it easily is called as the transparent object. Okay, so the material which allows light to pass through it, light to pass through it, light to pass through it completely are called transparent material, are called as transparent material. Okay, so when an object it allows the beam of a light to pass through it very easily or completely, that kind of a material is called as the transparent material. There are a lot of examples, students, like glasses are there. Glass is what? Why we are able to see the things across the glass? Because it is what? It is a transparent object. So it will allow all the, why? Because it allow all the light to pass through it easily, and ultimately that's why we are able to see the things behind to that of a glass door. Okay, so since it allow all the things, since it allow the beam of a light passing through it completely, that's why this type of an object is called as a transparent object, students. Examples are there like glass is there, and clear water. Okay, so this is the transparent object, students. Then that of the translucent object. So in case of a translucent object, these are those objects which allows fuse ray of a light to pass through it. Okay, so the objects which allow few ray of a light to pass through it, they are called as the translucent object. Okay, they are called as a translucent object. There are example of the translucent object, students, like butter paper is there, or frosted glass is there. These all are what? These are some of the examples of the translucent object in which the light rays, the object will allow few amount of a light to pass through it. That is the translucent object. Then coming off to the next one, and that is the opaque object. So what happens in case of the opaque object? So these are those objects which do not allow the light rays to pass through it at all. Okay, so opaque object. So these are those objects which do not allow the light rays to pass through it at all. Pass through it at all. Okay, it do not allow the light rays to pass through it at all. They are called as the opaque object. Now the opaque object, the material like that of a cardboard. Cardboard is there, then wood is there, then metals are there. These all are what? These are some of the objects which do not allow the light rays to pass through it. That's why we have included it into the category of the opaque object. Okay. So there are three different materials, there are three different objects are there: transparent, translucent and opaque. Next one is the reflection of the light. So why we are able to see any object, students? It is because of the reflection. What happened? The light rays, first of all, it will comes to the object. Now the object will going to reflect the light, and this light will enter into your eyes, and this is how you are able to see that particular object. So the reflection of the light is what? That light rays which is coming from the source, it get reflected to another direction. That is called as the reflection of light. reflection of light. So in the reflection of the light, we can say that the phenomenon of light rays traveling through a medium, bouncing back in the same medium, after striking to the surface, is called as reflection of light. What happens if at any medium light, if on an object, if the light falls on it and it will get reflected into some other direction, this is the bouncing back of the light. So the bouncing back of the light in the same medium is called as the reflection of the light. So here, when the light ray falls on the object, it gets reflected and the same medium. Remember, if the light is coming at the air, the reflection will also occur in the air medium as well. Okay, so that we called as the reflection of the light. Like suppose a mirror is there, students. So on the mirror, when the light is falling on it, it will get reflected to some other direction. So that is called as the reflection only. You see why you are able to see your face in the mirror? It is because of the phenomenon of a reflection of a light. Light ray fall on the mirror and it will get reflected back, and ultimately we are able to see the reflection of the light easily. Okay, so this is how the reflection of the light occur with that of the smooth surface. Why it is said to the smooth surface? Basically, in case of a smooth surface, the reflection can be easily detected. The reflection can be easily seen here. There are a lot of different terms are there which is related to that of the reflection of the light, and these terms are like incident ray, then reflected ray, then angle of reflection, then angle of incidence, these are the terms that we will going to study in case of the reflection of the light, students. Okay.